Welcome to Mrs. Bingham's classroom. This is the first ever video of quite a few I'm planning, and it's my first ever video that I've ever made before. I've done other videos like screencasts and stuff, but nothing that I've ever tried to edit together and make YouTube quality video. So I'm learning, and hopefully the quality will get better on these as we go. So this video is about all the policies and procedures of class. And if you're watching this, you're going to either be in my English 10, English 10 Honors, Speech and Debate, or my 1010 class. And hopefully your parents are watching this as well, so they know exactly how this year is going to work. This crazy year, what's expected, what's going to, how I'm going to try to work this, try being the key word. And hopefully as we go through these, we can get this through quick and easy, and get to be familiar with the classroom. We're going to, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a password for a quiz we will have on policies and procedures on Wednesday or Thursday, whichever day you have class. And I can't wait to see you next week. All right, welcome to the Speech and Debate Parent Meeting / Policies and Procedures meeting. This is going to take a little bit of time. There's just a lot of information that we need to go over. This year, my theme for the year, this is not something I usually do, is called New Possibilities. And the reason is because our team looks very different than it has for the past 4 years. We graduated, we had a lot of seniors last year that had been around for 4+ years. This year, we only have a couple seniors that have been with me the whole time, and we've got a lot of new faces and a lot of people that have moved on. So it's kind of an exciting year to see what everybody wants to do, and if it's a good year to experiment and find their event. Even if you were with me last year and you were an event, you can try another one. So that's what it's new possibilities. What can we do? What can we find? And what can we achieve when our team looks a lot different than it has in the past? So let's move on. Let's just kind of get to the details and nitty gritty. I'll try not to talk so much so that it won't take more than 15 minutes, but I don't know, parent meetings are usually a good half an hour. So let's get going. So first of all, with our COVID stuff, health and safety, you have to wear a mask. You have to wear the mask in the school, and that includes in the classroom or in the little theater, which is where we will be having our class. You can try to social distance. We encourage it, but by the way this class works and how everybody is kind of independent and you're working in groups and you're kind of all over the place, social distancing might be a little bit hard. We're going to ask you to keep trying to do it, but do what you can, but you must wear a mask. If social distancing is going to be a little bit more difficult in this class, it is imperative that you wear a mask the whole time in the class. And then also, oops, that was a weird noise. Sorry about that. Also, there's no food or drink in the little theater at all. So, don't bring it in, period. All right. Supplies, you need your device, you need paper, you need a pencil or a pen. You need to, of course, the school gives you a device, but you need to supply your own paper and your own pencils. And you might think you might not need paper, but you do. You do need paper because paper, we take notes and things like that. And I've had lots of students that have tried to run speech and debate on their device, and it bites them in the butt every time. Your cases need to be on paper, so whether you write them on your device and then print them, it makes life a lot easier. And then a paper or pencil, you probably even want a highlighter or a pen or things like that to help you work through and earmark your case for different things, or your speeches, or make notes or whatever. So bring some writing utensils of your own. I'm not loaning them out because of COVID. You all have cooties and I don't want you touching my pencils. That's not true, but I can't loan them out. So bring your own supplies, bring your device, your charger. Nice thing is this is first hour, so we get your full power. I also have Chromebooks that if we start needing to have them, I'll bring them down to the little theater on days that we need them. All right, let's see here. So here's going to be the routine. Because we don't have Fridays anymore, it makes things a little bit easier. On Mondays, we're going to be working on speech events, and I expect everybody to participate in a speech event, even if you're just doing impromptu. And on Wednesdays, we're going to be working on our debate events. and everybody will participate in a debate event. No matter what your love and your true passion and what you want to compete in at region is, everybody's going to have to experience both, because at the end of the day, this is a class and we encourage you learning all sorts of things. If you are an online student, I'm not going to lie to you, this is going to be not as an enjoyable event or class as it will be for if you're here. Let's be honest. What we do in speech and debate is we research, we write a lot, we research a lot, and then you show up to a tournament and you are involved in confrontation or you're public speaking. Those are the 4 things that most people hate the most: writing, researching, confrontation, and public speaking. That's what speech and debate is. So why is it fun? Because we are fun people. We are fun people to hang around with and to play with and to yell at and hang out with. And if you're online by yourself, it's just not going to be as much fun. So I really hope that we find a way to get everybody who wants to be here, whether you are calling in every Monday and Wednesday at 8:10 on FaceTime with somebody or something like that. We can get you to be here. You're going to enjoy it a lot more. And the skills that are learned here are super, super valuable for just being a successful person in your life, like beyond high school. But it's not fun if you're doing it by yourself. So we hope that you can be here and participate with us. Also online, there will be daily updates in Canvas, which I will show you later, that will go over what we learned that day. All right, tournaments. This is where a lot of things are up in the air. As of now, we are not having in-person live tournaments. All the tournaments are going to be online. I don't know how that's going to work. We did a online nationals this summer, but it was organized by the national committee, who has a lot of resources at hand. It wasn't organized by debate coaches who have no money. So I don't really know how this is going to work. We're going to try. If worse comes to worse, then I'm just going to say, hey, guess what? We're not doing tournaments until January, getting ready for region. I don't want to get to that point, but if we have to, then I will. Just because hopefully I'm hoping by Monday next week, or Monday, what date is that? The 24th. I'll have more answers for you, but right now I just don't know. But overall, tournaments are our tests. They are our assessments. This is where we find out if you really did the preparation work that you were supposed to do, if you used your class time wisely, and if you learned anything or not. These are your tests. And so everybody has to participate every quarter. If we aren't going to online tournaments, then we will be having tournaments within the class, and everybody has to participate. This is your test. You cannot pass without attending and competing in a tournament. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. They're fun. You wouldn't think they are, but they are. They're fun. You get to hang out with your classmates. You get to, when we go to tournaments, you get to meet new people. Even on online tournaments, you'll be able to meet people from other classes and see how you stack up. And they are learning opportunities throughout the season, from October to the middle of February. I just want you to go, and I want you to try, and I want you to do your best. And if you don't win, I don't care. I just want you to learn and try and to have fun and hang out with us. And you have to compete once a quarter. So if we don't have a tournament scheduled that quarter, we'll have tournaments in class. And then you must supply, if we are doing online tournaments, or hopefully in January, we'll be able to get to go on-site tournaments. You have to supply, it will be an assignment for second quarter and third quarter. You have to supply at least one judge each quarter. That's assignment for class that you will get points for, because we cannot compete without supplying judges. I try to judge as much as I can, but with 40 people in a class, and if we're all going to a tournament, particularly an online tournament where it's really easy to go, that's more than one judge. So we need help. Judges have to be graduated from high school, and that's it. They have to be breathing and they have to be graduated from high school. Those are the only requirements, and they have to be willing to donate their time. So, and anybody that says I can't judge because I don't know what I'm doing, that's you number one, you don't need to know what you're doing, and number two, yes you can, because it's anyway, the job of the debater is to communicate the debate in a way that the judge can follow and understand. And if the judge can't understand what's going on, that is the debater's fault and they deserve to lose. So we need supply judges. We're going to be online through December. I don't know what that means for us and what that's going to look like. But anyway, and let's see. Then you must compete. If you want to compete at the state tournament, then you must be on the region team. That's the rules of the Utah High School Association debate association. And when I said at tournaments, I don't care if you lose, that's true up until region. And then at region, I get really competitive and I want to win. I want to go and I want to prove to everybody that JUAB is the best darn public school debate team in the 3A category, which is what we are right now. We've been the favorite to win 2 years in running, and we just haven't been able to pull it out because of things out of our control. And so, like, we're the best, and everybody knows we're the best coming in. This year's going to look a little bit different. So it might be a building year. It might be a year where we transition and state might be out of reach, but region sure as heck isn't. Our region is not competitive, and we could not just win. We could blow them out as long as everybody shows up at tournaments and does what I ask them to do in class. I get really competitive at region and state, and I want to win. Now, my team roster for region and state is smaller than how many people are in the class right now. That means that not everybody's going to region. I am allowed double entry as well. So I'm going to pick the best people for the team, for the region team. And how do you prove that you deserve to be on the region team? You work your guts out during the school year. You go to tournaments, you try really hard, you use class time wisely, and those are the people that we're going to pull for the region team. Most of you, I would like to take as many people as I can. I can get, I think it's 36 if everybody just competes in one event. And I'd like to do that. That's the ideal. But if we can't do that, then I won't. So it's really up to you if you compete at region or not. And then once you compete at region, only those who compete at region are eligible for state. And that's just what that last little bullet point says. All right, tournament dress code. We're actually going to start down here in the online. Of course, if you're online, we're doing this all over a Zoom facility type thing. Waist up is really all you need to look professional. So nice shirts, shirt and tie, nice hair. If you wear makeup, then nice makeup, nothing crazy. If you're in person, then things are a little bit more full body professional. That's what we're going for, professional dress. So things that you imagine that you would see people wearing on a lawyer TV show. You don't have to have a full-on suit, but shirt and tie, slacks. If you're a girl and you like to wear skirts, then skirts. You could also wear slacks or some nice dress pants and a professional shirt. If you are choosing to wear a skirt, your skirt has to, when you sit down, it has to cross over your kneecap. Okay? And that's not because some sexist modesty thing. That is because if you are at a tournament and you're wearing a very short skirt, you sit behind a desk and your desk faces a judge. And the judge can see under your desk. And if you've got a skirt that's riding clear up halfway to your thigh, that's really hard to concentrate on what the judge can see. So wear a skirt, make sure it goes over your kneecap at least. I would caution against wearing long all the way to the floor skirts because that is not something that they wear in professional atmosphere, but that of course is up to you. But just try to dress like you have seen lawyers on in a TV show dress, or even like, well, I'll leave it at that. If you cannot afford. I don't want you to go out and buy new things. If you don't have anything like that, then just do the best you can. If the best you can is jeans and a clean t-shirt, then by all means wear jeans and a clean t-shirt. Nobody's going to say anything to you. All right. But I have noticed that the level of dress corresponds with the level of behavior just in life. So we would like to wear that professional dress to get us into the professional mindset. And if the best you can do is jeans and a clean t-shirt, then that's okay. Okay, so communications for this class, I like to use remind.com simply because I'm not always in my next to my computer to answer Canvas messages or emails or things like that. The easiest way when we're at a tournament or when you have a question and it's after school hours is remind.com. So to sign up for that, you just text 81010 or you text at Bingham SD to 81010. That will sign you up to be in the speech and debate class. Parents can do this as well so that they are always in the loop. So if you have your phone, like pause this video and do it now. All right, so the way class is going to run, the class is what is called blended learning, which is fancy for kind of a little bit of productive chaos. There are a few things I'm going to try to implement this year to make things a little bit more organized. There will be current events, quizzes. When we have a tournament, they're usually Fridays and Saturdays. I'm going to expect to see your cases and your speeches that you're going to run that weekend. Those will be due on Wednesday. After the tournament, there will be a tournament response, which I'm going to have you say, what did you do well? What did you do not so well? What did other people do well and that you want to implement? Also, the tournament calendar will be in Canvas this year. I've never utilized the Canvas calendar very well because it's kind of a pain in the butt to move things around if things change, but I'm going to try really, really hard to keep up on it this year just so that there is an all access place. Also, every day you're going to be filling out an exit ticket in Canvas because I need to keep a count of what everybody did the day they did it. So if somebody comes down with COVID, I know the person who was diagnosed was working with the Lincoln Douglas group, and I'm going to go back through the exit tickets and see everybody who is in the Lincoln Douglas group so we can get people quarantined. So that's kind of how class is going to work. Travel. Oh, as of now, I don't know if we're going to be traveling this year. All tournaments are online through December. I don't even know what the online tournament means. There was a nationals online tournament this summer, and that worked out really well, but that was the National Speech and Debate Association planning it with lots and lots of resources, not a bunch of high school teachers with no money planning. So I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know if we're going to decide just not to participate in half the season and just start once we can travel again. I just don't know. But only thing I know for sure is that there will be no travel until January at the earliest. Region is at the end of February and state is at the beginning of March, and they are planned in person right now on site. So we're going to plan on that, but they could cancel it. They canceled state last year for everybody except for us because we had our state early. Anything January on is unknown. I just have no idea, which also makes our costs up in the air as well. A lot is unsure right now, as you can see, because our season is online into December and not known after that. So pretty much the only cost that we're going to ask as a team is $50 so that we can buy a team hoodies. We did t-shirts last few years, but I think we want hoodies this year. $50 is an estimate cost. It might be cheaper than that. So I have to go and find the hoodies and get the design and get a quote for you. But it will not be higher than $50. If we pay to play is usually $50, and that usually covers all of our travel costs. However, we're not traveling. We will not know until January if we are traveling. So as of right now, there will be no pay to pay cost, and I will let you know come January if you need to pay it or not, which really hurts my budget because we've been counting on those pay to play fees to buy snacks and things. Another possible cost is when we go to tournaments, they are long. We leave usually at like 1:30 or 2 on a Friday to get to the tournament by 3.
tournament doesn't end until 7, 8, 9, 10 at night. We're home by 11 or midnight. And then we get up in the next morning, like it's 5:30 or 6 or 6:30, and we travel and we start at 8 and we are done by 5 and we're home by 9. These are all weekend long tournaments, and you have to eat at some point. I try to provide as much snacks as possible as my budget allows, but a lot of the time students are just responsible to bring some money to buy for at least dinner on Friday, lunch, and dinner on Saturday. Now, with online, of course, things are going to be different, and I will send home emails or let students know what that's going to look like. But right now, the only sure cost will be the cost of the hoodie, which won't be more than $50, and I'll get a more accurate cost on that. Don't pay anything until we get actual numbers that I can put in front of you. I will let you know when that happens. All right, online students, if you're choosing to be online, you have to check in often. That means every single week on a Friday. You can come to my office. My Zoom office hours are 9 to 9:30 every Friday. There is a great big fat link in Canvas that you saw on the Canvas tour. And you need to at least check in with me every Friday, answering questions, or just say, hey, I've been here, I've been planning, this is what I have ready to go, things like that. Class participation is huge, 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 huge. So what I recommend to you, if you need to stay home, or if you get quarantined, or if you just want to be home, get a friend's number and FaceTime them on their iPad, because then you can participate. They can carry you around. You can talk to people. You can work in a group. So FaceTime, you can FaceTime me on my iPad, and then I could just give my iPad to somebody at the group, or we can even set up a Zoom link or something for everybody to be in. But even though we compete mostly alone, preparing alone is no fun. The enjoyment, the fun, the enthusiasm for speech and debate comes in when you're with other people. So if you can please come to class, please, 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 please come to class. All right. Well, I think that is all for policies and procedures, and I will see you guys next week.
All right, so there you go. That's how our class is going to run. If you have any questions, please go to Canvas and send me a message, shoot me a message in Canvas, and or now that's the best way. Shoot me a message in Canvas and I can answer them, or I can answer any questions in class, or if you are online, I can answer any questions at our 9 to 9:30 Zoom on Friday. Don't forget your masks. Every day, every day. We will do it together, and I can't wait to see you and get to know you a little bit. I almost forgot because I'm new at this. Password for Wednesday or Thursday, A days Wednesday, B days Thursday. Password for your quiz is welcome. And I'll see if I can figure out how to put that on the screen. It didn't pop up on the screen. I didn't figure it out. One of my favorite YouTubers, because I watch a lot of YouTube this summer, at the end of every video, she does a fun fact about herself. And so, fun fact, we're going to do that. A little over exactly a week ago today, I was making some salsa because I have a lot of tomatoes in my garden, and I almost cut my finger off. And so I am sporting stitches, and they look really gross. They are my first ever stitches in my life, not counting the C-section I had. I don't count that because that wasn't an accident. My first ever stitches resulting from my own stupidity, and it was an adventure, and I'm really glad I didn't cut my finger off, but I think it's numb. I don't think I'm gonna feel anything with it for a while. So you have a lot of typos and assignments. That's why, because my finger's not typing. Anyway.